This is the best moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Hello, friends. It feels like I haven't talked to you in a week or so. So happy to be back with you again on this episode of the best moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less. Happy to tell you, today's episode is being brought to you by The Butcher Shop, purveyors of highly sought after 100% Australian non-crossbred Wylara 9 Plus briskets, and as always, handpicked just for you. The Butcher Shop has been retailing the finest meats for the past 15 years. Every week they're shipping out competition quality meats to many of the biggest teams in the competition scene across the nation. Simply put, teams who use The Butcher Shop win, and they win often. So you're not a competitor, but you still have an eye for the finer cuts? Great news. The Butcher Shop is shipping some of the finest prime, dry-aged, Australian Wagyu and Japanese Wagyu steaks to people just like you and me who aspire to be the kings and queens of their cul-de-sacs. The Butcher Shop always has Berkshire, Compart Duroc, Allegiance Duroc, and Prairie Fresh all-natural pork in stock, and again, it is always handpicked just for you. Now you might be saying, John, all that sounds great, but what about some exotic stuff? Hey, rest easy knowing the Butcher Shop will get you your next elk steak, camel roast, ostrich, yes, camel, and they're going to ship it out promptly. Let's review. The best competition briskets? Check. The best pork selection? Check. Giving you better overall options at home? Check. So give the Butcher Shop a call today. 850-458-8782. That's 850-458-8782. Mention the Barbecue Central show for 10% off your entire order each and every time. You can also interact with them on their Facebook page, facebook.com/thebutchershop. Shop is spelled SHOPPE. The Butcher Shop, home of the 100% Australian non-crossbred Wylara 9 Plus briskets. And today we're taking a step back to 2018. Greg gets to know Shawn Walchef of Cali Comfort Barbecue.
Shawn Walchef from Cali Comfort Barbecue and co-host of Behind the Smoke Barbecue War Stories is my guest here for the next 45 minutes or so. Shawn, really appreciate you making time here for the show, and welcome to the show for the first time. Let's get a little background from you before we get into, I guess, the restaurant business and the barbecue stuff. Where do you live? Where'd you grow up? Have you been around live fire, barbecue, and grilling all your life? And we'll kind of build in from there.
Well, first off, Greg, I want to compliment you on everything you've been doing for the barbecue industry. I mean, you've been doing this game long before podcasting was cool, and I know podcasting is.
Is podcast cool yet?
I don't know. We're out there pretending like it is, talking to as many people as we can around the globe about audio technology, just because it's our passion, as well as with barbecue and building business. But yeah, I'm from San Diego. I grew up out there, and it's me and my wife and my son. We own Cali Comfort Barbecue, and we're going to be celebrating 10 years in business this coming up April. So wow. We've had a lot of battle scars. We took over an existing breakfast restaurant and added a sports bar and a dinner service. We actually didn't even do barbecue when we first opened up in 2008, but we started getting a bunch of requests from Little League teams, Pop Warner teams wanting to raise money to help them get equipment. And one of the things, I've always played sports throughout my life, and I learned a lot on those sporting fields through coaches, through just being on a team. And I felt that was important to do whatever we could as a restaurant. We're located in Spring Valley, which is a little bit East County, San Diego, off the beaten path. If you didn't know about it, most time you probably just drive right past it. But we wanted to do something instead of doing all these little events. We thought that let's do one big event annually, and threw around some ideas. And doing an amateur barbecue contest seemed to be the most popular idea. And I didn't know the first thing about running a barbecue contest. We had competed previously in a KCBS contest up at Viejas, which was Smoking in the Park, and my brother was cooking ribs at the time, and he thought he had great ribs, and we're like, oh, he's going to do fantastic. And, we went into this comp, and it was eye-opening to see how serious people take barbecue. And it was a real humbling experience. One of the things that we did benefit was that we were one of the only local restaurants that was out there serving barbecue to the public. So we had a lot of people that were really excited to be able to try barbecue and to be able to come and visit our restaurant, which we thought was cool. We contacted KCBS, asked them for some names of people that could help us possibly put on this contest, and I got the name of 3 people, and only one of them called me back, and that was Gene Goycochea. He's a KCBS legend. He was on the NBBQA board, CBBQA, and he not only came to meet with me, but spent hours, if not thousands of hours, to help us put on, get rules, regulations for an amateur contest. And, we figured out how to do it that first year, and I went to the local butcher shop, which is Valley Farm Market. Derek Marceau, who I didn't know at the time, I asked if he would be willing to step up and be the meat sponsor so that we could get this event off the ground. And he not only stepped up, but he participated, and that small amateur barbecue event really changed evering for us.
What year was that?
That was 2009. 2009 was the first year, so October 2009. And from there, it's just been every year. Right after that contest, Gene asked, if you want to learn how to do barbecue, I'll teach you how to do it. We started learning the low and slow method and brought in his old hickory pits that he was using on the tour, and really just transformed. We were Cali Comfort, and we went all in. We were Cali Comfort Barbecue after that. And, that really started the barbecue journey. Derek and I became much closer because of this amateur barbecue contest, to the point where now we're putting on a Kansas City Barbecue Society contest with Arlie Bragg. He's kind of like the Don King of running KCBS barbecue events. He helps us out along with Gene Goycochea, and we're going to have our third event this August 19th. We're rebranding it the Turf and Surf BBQ Championship, so we have an open category, which is really exciting for us. But being here at NBBQA, this is, you and I have exchanged emails. We've exchanged messages on Instagram, and, along with Best Barbecue Show, and just to see NBBQA, their leadership embracing audio. You've been doing it for so long, and I think, for you, it must be weird to see all these people, now, people in Australia smoking hot confessions. We talked to Ben yesterday, and it's so cool it's storytelling. It's storytelling at its best. That's why people tune into your show, is because you have your pulse on what's going on in the industry. And that's something that, it's education. And I know it's a passion for you, and you can tell, and that's why people love the show.
Shawn, as you look back, growing up, were you somebody that came from a family that was always cooking, and that people were gathering into the kitchen and secret recipes are being shared and stuff like that? Or was the love of food like a necessity because you were going to be buying a business that was based around food?
Want to hear what Shawn had to say? Head on over to thebbqcentralshow.com. Link in today's show notes is going to take you to this complete episode. I'd like to thank Stover, friend of the show, for suggesting this. This was a request by Stover to get to know Shawn. I think you'll like that. Also in the show, there was special content from NBBQA. Lots of other great guests. In this show, Chris Lilly stands out from memory. He was in there as well. So head on over to the BBQ Central Show and check that out. If you want to get a hold of me, I'm John, John, at thebbqcentralshow.com. I'm happy to do a show for you. And until next time on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host, John Solberg. I cannot wait to talk to you again soon.